The Las Vegas Raiders have only had a winning record and made the playoffs once in the last 8 seasons. And now sitting at 2-8, they are probably gonna have a top 5 pick this year. So today, we are gonna try to rebuild this Raiders team with most likely an upcoming rookie quarterback. And we are gonna try to make this Raiders team not only good for the first time in a while, but we are gonna try to turn this into the best roster in the league by the end of this. But this should be a ton of fun. I love using these real life draft classes, so I want to get into this. But super quick, be sure to leave a like on the video. It sounds stupid, but leaving a like really does help out the channel. I would appreciate it. And let's see, if we can get to like 2,500 likes or something, we've been hitting that, it'll let me know y'all want to see a 10-year rebuild. I want to do another one of those, and I think it'll be my first one with real life draft classes. So again, 2,500 likes, it'll let me know y'all want to see that, but honestly, I'll probably do it anyways. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because if you like Madden, especially Madden franchise videos, then that's literally all I do on the channel. And you can be an OG of the channel for when we inevitably hit 10 million subscribers, definitely. And then very last thing, you know what? I'll give a shout out for this video. You know what? I'll just say shout out to this person for the suggestion. I mean, their name has Raiders in it, so I thought it would be fitting. But if you want to shout out, just let me know what team, you know what? Let me know what team I should do a 10-year rebuild of down in the comments. I guess I'll just do whichever team has the most comments. I'll count them up and do that one. But without further ado, let's finally get into this rebuild. And you know, I like to start these rebuilds by saying something, you know, positive about the team and then something that we'll need to fix. I guess the Raiders have a pretty solid offensive line for the most part, and Brock Bowers has been really good. I loved that pick, but I mean, this receiving core is insane. Really, I mean, between quarterback, running back, and receiver, this might be like one of the worst trios of those positions I've ever seen for any team, ever. Gardner Minshew, Alexander Madison, and then Jacoby Myers is pretty good, but Trey Tucker is your 2. And then I guess DJ Turner is your 3. We genuinely might only have like 2 of these offensive players here by the end of this. The defense, you know, at least we have Max Crosby, Christian Wilkins, that's cool. Definitely needs some work though. I don't know, it's kind of the same deal as the offense where I don't see many long-term options here. Unless like Trayvon Merrick really breaks out, I guess he still could. But really the only ones I see are Crosby and Wilkins and then probably Hobbs. But all right, we'll have to see how this team does in simulation for the rest of the year. I'll obviously force win the 2-8 record to start out, but we will see what we're gonna do for the off season. It might be a busy one, we'll see. But okay, it looks like we finish 4-13. I mean, that very well could happen unless there's some random big bounce back. Definitely some Madden simulation shenanigans though. The Ravens didn't win another game for the rest of the year. They're 7-4 right now, and I fully force win their schedule. This game is something else, man. The Bills went 15-2, Chiefs went 14-3. The Chargers went 12-5. Also, the Jags had a little bit of a bounce back. The Colts won the AFC South pretty easily. Okay, I didn't fully force win every team's schedule, but I did for a pretty good amount of teams. Whatever weird stuff happened here was definitely on Madden. And the Eagles didn't win or didn't lose another game for the rest of the year. The Panthers went 9-8. Okay, but more importantly, we are gonna have the 3rd overall pick this year. Okay, I didn't force win the Rams schedule. Maybe I should have. They finished 3-14. I mean, I force win some of their games, obviously, by forcing games that they played in against teams whose schedules I did force, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I didn't do theirs, but, like, they played the teams that I forced. You know what I'm trying to say? And I did it realistically to the games that have already happened. Other than that, mostly realistic because I forced these teams to be bad. Don't know why the Rams were so bad, though. Oh, yeah, and just out of curiosity, I won't check our team stats because they won't be that realistic, but of course, Patrick Mahomes wins MVP. Who else would it be? Cooper Kupp still won NFC Offensive Player of the Year, though, even though they went 3-14. Okay. Max Crosby was up there for Defensive Player of the Year. And of course, Ladd McConkey wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Oh yeah, and despite being 4-13 and the Chargers being 12-5, we still somehow beat them in Week 18. If this wasn't the most Madden simulation thing I've ever ever seen. We're off to a hot start here. But in the Super Bowl, it's just the year of the Chargers here, I guess. What happened? Did they win? I'm sure they won. Okay, they didn't, thankfully. I'm actually shocked it wasn't the Chiefs, especially because Madden does seem to favor your division rivals in simulation. But the Eagles beat the Chargers here in what was probably an entertaining game, 24-21. Don't know how realistic that is, though. But all right, for re-signings, who do we want? Oh, Divine Diablo actually got star dev. I still don't know if that makes me want him, though, because he's not interested. We're gonna need some linebackers pretty bad, because I don't even know if we can get Robert Spillane back. But let's see, did we get any other dev traits? Yeah, we got a pretty good one. Brock Bowers went up to X Factor, and then I think that was it, other than, of course, Diablo. But all right, we'll re-sign Nate Hobbs, assuming he wants to. We'll go 4 years, 34. That's cheap. We'll re-sign Trayvon Merrick, 4 years, 28. These are long deals, but whatever. They're really cheap. Malcolm Kuntz, I do want back. Unfortunately, got hurt for the year, but I think I accidentally played him here, but whatever. I mean, we went 4-13. I don't think that really helped, but I don't think we can bring him back. Plus, I don't think he's all that good in simulation anyways. He got 4.5 sacks this year. But Robert Spillane, I do want back. We'll see if he takes player friendly, 3 years, 30. He doesn't take it. Isaiah Pull-Him-Out, I'll bring back because he's been pretty decent, but everyone else, I think I'll let go. Marcus Epps is replaceable. I think almost everyone on this team is decently replaceable, unfortunately. Not everyone, but a lot of players. But I do, at the very least, want to bring Robert Spillane back in free agency. So let's see who's available in free agency. Hopefully some good players. Okay, not really. No. I mean, Trey Smith is good, but like, I mean, they're good players here, just nobody amazing. Robert Spillane is the best free agent linebacker, it looks like, of course, and he has a lot of offers. We're at least tied for the lead for him, but I mean, to be fair, this is his choice. He didn't want to come back here. Before you get mad at me, I didn't choose to let him go. We could also go for Pete Werner. That would be kind of interesting. There really isn't much happening in free agency for receivers either. I mean, Rashid Shaheed would be fun, but I feel like I use him too much in rebuilds, and he's not interested at all. Or no, I meant to say I use Tutu Atwell too much in free agency, or in rebuilds, and Rashid Shaheed isn't interested in the team. And I don't really want Odell or Michael Thomas because they're 32. And I don't really want Rondale Moore because he's not very good. So I guess we're just going to be drafting a receiver. But you know what? I think I'm going to go for J.K. Dobbins. I mean, we need a running back pretty desperately. I mean, Zamir White was supposed to be a big breakout this year, but he's been pretty bad. Alexander Madison's been fine, but I mean, let's steal from a division rival that was in the Super Bowl for some reason. We'll steal J.K. Dobbins, or at least try to. I don't know how well he's going to do in simulation, but we need something. So these three players, definitely not the flashiest free agent class ever, but I mean, it's pretty good. It's good for the players that are available. Okay, we're not gonna get Pete Werner, and I have a bad feeling that Robert Spillane didn't sign. Oh no. Okay, we get J.K. Dobbins. Where did Robert Spillane go? Of course he went to the Lions. All right, well, at least that's out of the conference. Not that that would be the end of the world if he signed with an AFC team, but still. All right, we need to do something here. We can't just get J.K. Dobbins when we were 4-13. Jack Gibbons, I mean, he's only 26. I'm sure a lot of people watching this video don't even know who that is, but I mean, he's pretty good. Better than Amari Burney? Is that who we would have to start? Probably. The Rams want him, of course. The one team somehow even worse than us here. We'll still try to get him, but Derek Barnes, we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel here, please. Okay, we get Derek Barnes. This was a rough off season, but whatever. We can easily bounce back with a more important, or a better draft. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's see what we can do. I think we know what we're gonna do at number 3, though, assuming one of the top 2 QBs are available. But we'll see we'll have to see what else we want to do, because this team still needs a ton of work, clearly. But okay, in the draft, low-key recording this kind of late at night, so I gotta be a little quiet, but I'll be less quiet in a minute. It'll be the morning, but whatever. Again, already breaking the realism here with the Rams picking at number 1. Hold on, I'm actually curious. I also hate how this is so out of order. There we go. Do they still have Matthew Stafford? And even if they do, will that keep them from from drafting a QB here. They do still have him. They also have Drew Lock. All right, sure. Will they take a QB? Probably. They take Travis Hunter. Valid. Are we gonna get our pick of quarterbacks? I know the CPU doesn't like taking QBs for some reason. It prefers other positions. I don't know why. But the Giants, they should take a quarterback, obviously. They take Cam Ward, so obviously we're gonna go with SHEDEUR Sanders. I mean, I honestly feel like he's an underrated quarterback at this point. Maybe that's crazy to say because he's projected to go like at least top 5, at least at this point. I don't know. He gets a lot of hate because is he the most mature? Not really, but in my opinion, he easily has the talent to be a top 5 pick. So we are gonna take him. Rank 12, we'll take that. I think I have him at a 75, which is pretty good here. Rank 12. Definitely doesn't look like, I don't like that face. The like half sideburns are weird. I don't know if I can re-show that again, but I might change it. I don't think I picked that face. Again, this is just a draft class I downloaded and like edited where I needed to. I didn't pick the faces, so I might change that. We'll see. But round 2, ooh, hold on. There's some pretty good players left that probably shouldn't be. Jalen Milroe, I'm not the biggest Jalen Milroe fan, but he's pretty good. I mean, at least right now, it seems like he's gonna go somewhere in the first round. And Malachi Starks is still, where's he projected to go? Would it be fair to draft him here? Okay, not necessarily, but I mean, players fall, to be fair. There is also Malachi Moore. I had him focus scouted. He honestly might be better. He kind of looks better. I don't remember their overalls. I think I changed them, but I don't remember. There's also Nick Emenwari, but I already used him in a rebuild. There's Kevin Winston, but I don't even know. I think he's hurt, so I don't know if he's gonna come out this year. You know what? I'll go with Malachi Moore. He's a first-round talent. Let me see. How insane is this? Where is he projected to get drafted? Okay, no, everything says like a second-round pick, so sure. Rank number 13, got him at 35. Does he have a dev trait, though? He does. Okay, good. If he was 23 with normal dev, that wouldn't have been great in Madden, but thankfully he has hidden. And then round 3, we should definitely take a receiver. We should take a linebacker too. We should take a defensive tackle. I mean, we can sign unsigned free agents and stuff, but we definitely have too many issues to fix in one draft. Let's see. Ooh, Tez Johnson looks pretty good. And Jay Higgins looks good. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go Tez Johnson. Another 23-year-old, unfortunately, but I mean, he looks good. Honestly, his ratings don't look that good. He does have really good speed, though. I mean, we're gonna have a lot of slot receivers if we take him, but I mean, oh well, Jacoby Myers can play outside, so we'll take him. Rank number 19, picked him at 67. No dev trait, though. I might give him one, honestly. Not here, but in the draft class. I do like Tez Johnson. He's pretty good. And then round 4, we definitely need a linebacker. Quinn Ewers is still available. I don't even know if he's gonna come out this year, gonna declare. But let's see, what linebacker do we want? Who's one that's projected to go high? I don't even know. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go with Francisco Mauigoa, probably saying that wrong. I definitely haven't changed his ratings yet. I tried to get like a good order for the players to go at least, based off the like NFL mock draft database site, but maybe I ignored middle linebackers. I don't know, cause like I'm looking at the website and Jason Henderson at the top here is ranked 699. Here I have him 119, so I don't know. It looks like Mauigoa is projected to go first out of any of the guys here. I might give him a rating boost if he's like horrible. Okay, he is pretty horrible. I'll give him a little bit of a ratings boost. Maybe that's cheating. I'll give a division rival a ratings boost if they took a really horrible player. How about that? To kind of balance it out. But okay, here is how we did in the draft. Pretty good one. If this was a normal Madden draft, this wouldn't be great. You know, the best players we got were 75s. I mean, it would be a fine draft, but here this was pretty good. I still need to change SHEDEUR Sanders' face. Like, I don't know which one I'm gonna go with, but all these dudes look like 50. Every player face in Madden looks so old. Okay, I might just leave it. But yeah, he looks pretty, he has really good accuracy. 90 short, 88 medium, 81 deep. So he should be a good player for us, hopefully. And then Malachi Moore, also a 75 overall. He was what, ranked 13? Something like that. So really good pick for the second round. And then Tez Johnson's a 74. Francis Mauigoa was only a 65. I raised him to a 68. And then I also took RJ Harvey. Don't know where he's projected to go, but he's pretty good. 73 overall. He'll be a good second running back. No dev trait, but that's fine. And then the CPU picked a couple players. I know who Jalen Royals is. I'm a big casual when it comes to college football, but I know Jalen Royals at least. But all right, let's get into year 2. We still have a few holes on the roster, obviously, but this year's gonna be about developing the team anyways. But okay, here's a look at the team heading into year 2. We're looking, honestly, pretty decent already. Up to an 81 overall. I mean, we started this as I think a 77, but I think there's 76 in my rosters. I don't know why we were a 77, but either way, we have an 83 overall offense. This is a pretty good offense for only being year 2 here. The defense, I definitely have some questions, but at least we have a couple really good players, I guess. This linebacker group is not great though. There weren't like any good free agent linebackers that went unsigned. Not that should be surprising, but usually there are, so I don't know. So I guess we're gonna go with Barnes, Mawagoa, and Eichenberg this year. We'll see how that goes. Oh yeah, and we're gonna start Tyree Wilson this year. He's done pretty well in simulation if I've given him a chance. I mean, if you haven't already seen it, I did a challenge where I got rid of literally every starter in the NFL. Go watch that after this video if you haven't already. It was a ton of fun, but Tyree Wilson was like one of the best defensive players when we did that, so we'll see how he does here. But all right, let's get into the year. We'll have to see how SHEDEUR Sanders does as a rookie, but overall, he's set up pretty well for his success. This is a good enough offense. Just hopefully we throw to Brock Bowers a lot. We'll see. But at the midseason, we are 2-5. Not great. To be fair, we shouldn't be great. I had hoped that we would be a little better than that, but not yet. I do see something really interesting though. We have the worst offense in the NFL. We have a horrible pass game, but a really good run game, which surprises me. I honestly didn't think J.K. Dobbins would do that well, but 500 yards, 4.5 yards per carry. He just feels like one of those running backs in Madden that just wouldn't do well, but he is, so we'll take it. SHEDEUR Sanders not having the best start ever, though. How's the blocking? Ooh, not great. Well, I mean, it's not bad, but Andre James already 4 sacks allowed at center. He also allowed 9 last year. Do we have anyone that we could replace him with? I don't think we do. I really had to scrap together this offensive line. Oh, we did sign Nick Harris. Yeah, that's fine. But we have some re-signings here. Colton Miller. Oh, is it gonna do the thing where I re-sign him and then he immediately becomes horrible? Probably. Also, Dylan Parham. Well, we definitely need those 2 back. Colton Miller doesn't accept. I even upped the money a little bit. Dylan Parham, 3 years, 24.6. He takes it. Jacoby Myers, I don't know. He is our #1 receiver, but also he's gonna be 30 soon, and he's not like crazy good. So we'll see. Other than that, though, nothing really that important. But we definitely need Colton Miller back. But all right, let's get to the end of the year, and we'll see how we do. We might have to change the offensive playbook pretty soon if we're gonna be this bad, especially in terms of the pass game. But we'll see. Okay, we finish with the exact same record we had last year. We go 4-13. Should we already change this offensive playbook? Is it too early to start changing playbooks? I don't know. Maybe, but SHEDEUR Sanders was okay. 3,300 yards, 20 touchdowns. Way too many interceptions, though, but I guess he's a rookie. J.K. Dobbins, he did so much better than I expected. Again, I thought he would be one of those, like, 3.4 yards per carry type running backs, but 1,100 yards, 4.1, 7 touchdowns, we'll take it. Even RJ Harvey had a lot of touchdowns. And Tez Johnson was our leading receiver? How? Does this offense use the #2 receiver the most? I guess, because I actually started Brock Bowers as the slot receiver. I wanted him to get a ton of production, but I guess that didn't happen. I'm going to change this offensive playbook. I don't know what's happening here, but I mean, I can't wait for Tez Johnson to be #2 for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Brock Bowers, 850 yards. I guess we'll take it. 700 for Myers. Ooh, even almost 500 for May. This did actually do what I wanted it to do, kinda. I wanted Michael Mayer to get a ton of production because we don't really have a 3rd receiver. These are our 4 best options, but I wish these 2 were flipped right here. Honestly, I wish it went Bowers Bowers. I guess he did get the most catches though, but I wish it went Bowers, then Myers, then Johnson. But for blocking, DJ Glaze was horrible. Honestly, Colton Miller wasn't that good in the second half of the year, but the rest of the line held up well, I guess. And then on defense, Mawagoa led the team in tackles as a rookie, 117. 15 TFLs for Max Crosby led the team in sacks, 21 for Max Crosby. 8.5 for Christian Wilkins even. But other than that, Tyree Wilson, okay, I had hope for him at the start of the year, but he had 2.5 sacks. Okay, he's averaging like 3 a year, literally 3 a year. Yeah, I think we're gonna look for someone new there. But interceptions, 2 for Nate Hobbs, Trayvon Merrick, and Isaiah Polamau, and then 1 for Mawagoa and Jack Jones. Really weird year. These are, I feel like a lot of the time, simulation numbers feel too similar to each other. They're just super predictable, but this was kind of weird. I don't know. I also didn't expect Mawagoa to lead the team in tackles because it's usually your #1 sub linebacker, who was Derek Barnes. I guess sometimes it's your just middle linebacker in I don't know. This was just a weird year, in a good way and a bad way. But of course, Patrick Mahomes wins MVP. Literally the same top 4 as always. Love the diversity here. And Mahomes wins Offensive Player of the Year with 2 other Chiefs up there, no Raiders. But Max Crosby does win Defensive Player of the Year. That's huge. And Tez Johnson wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. I really didn't expect that. SHEDEUR Sanders at 5, and Nick Scorton wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know why it censors his name. I tried to switch it, back to his actual name, and then I saved it, and it looked like it worked for a while, and then it went back to censored out. I don't know why. But Mawagoa at #2, that sucks. I mean, we need a linebacker. That would have been nice, but whatever. Maybe he'll still somehow get star dev. We'll see. But I do think I'm going to change this offensive playbook. You know what I want to switch it to? I kind of want to keep it like this. Is there a playbook that does actually use multiple tight ends? I don't know. Okay, not really. What were the Giants doing? That's a lot of players with a decent amount of receptions. You know what? I'm debating if I should do this or not because it feels illegal, but I mean, this is probably the Luke Getsy offense anyways, so I probably should change it because he got fired, obviously. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs offense. It kind of is what we need. I mean, it uses the tight end, and that's what we need at this point. I might change it again at some point once we get better receivers, but I don't know, it uses receivers too. So again, maybe it's wrong to use the Chiefs offense in a Raiders rebuild, but whatever. We'll just say we hired some offensive coordinator from the Chiefs. Some like receivers coach or passing game coordinator. I don't know. Also, Russell Wilson. Why was Russell Wilson on the Texans? I don't know. But of course, the Chiefs were in the Super Bowl here against the 49ers again. Thankfully, they did lose. But on a positive note, if there's anything positive we can take away from this year, we're going to have a good draft pick going 4-13. And we have a really good amount of money. I mean, we still need to re-sign Colton Miller, of course, but that's fine. But all right, we'll give Colton Miller, he rejected that, but I'll give him player friendly. That's fine. I'll go 3 years, 75. He takes it. If he didn't, I was just going to tag him. I mean, that was fine, but we are going to let Jacoby Myers go. We won't pick up the 5th year for Tyree Wilson. He was horrible. Thayer Munford, I'll let go. Gardner Minshew, one of my favorite players ever. Unfortunately not amazing, but I still love him. He's still my GOAT. But all right, let's get into free agency, and we're going to need to look for definitely a receiver. Thankfully, Tez Johnson did get star dev, but how much XP did he get? I don't know if he got much. He did get 6,000. That wasn't even enough for 1 upgrade point, though. I feel like Rookie of the Year should be more XP. I don't know. Oh, and hold on. Did Malachi Moore have superstar dev, or did he get it? Oh, I might lower that to star in the draft classes if I remember, but I mean, we'll take that for sure. I mean, I guess some second round guys have to have superstar dev anyway, so that's fine. But yeah, we're gonna need a receiver. We might sign a pass rusher, we'll see, and we should probably sign a linebacker if there is a good one. Let's see who's available. I did see one interesting storyline over on the side there, and it is true, Deebo Samuel is a free agent. The only problem is he's not interested in the team at all. What kind of offers does he have? Ooh, not any great ones. So we could just get the lead with player friendly. I don't want to give him a 5-year deal though at 30 years old. We might have to though. There is also Khalil Shakir. That wouldn't be bad either. If we don't get Deebo and he doesn't sign in the first eval period or whatever. And you know what? Right tackle was a pretty big issue for us, but I did set tackle as our focus position, so I think I'm not gonna sign a free agent. We'll see. But Quincy Williams is available. He's already 30 here, which is kind of of crazy to me, but I never really get him in franchise, so that would be kind of fun. Christian Benford, he's not asking that much money. Oh, the Chargers are gonna get him, of course. Maybe Charvarius Ward, he's interested. We're gonna be doing more here than I expected. I just didn't think this would be a good free agent class, but it is. Andrew Van Ginkel's here too. He's regressing, but I don't know. He doesn't put up that good of numbers in simulation. But all right, we're gonna go for some good players here. Deebo Samuel, Charvarius Ward, Quincy Williams, and Travis Jones. I mean, we do kind of need a second defensive tackle. I don't think we're gonna get all 4 of these guys. I think we'll either not get one of these 2. Was that a sentence? Was that right? Did I say that right? I don't know. We'll probably only get 2 or 3 players here is what I'm trying to say, but we could get all 4, maybe. So let's see who wants to sign. Okay, everybody signs except Deebo Samuel, and we do get all 3. Okay, we just went from looking not great, especially on defense, to actually a good defense. I was gonna say one of the best defenses, but definitely not, but a very good one now. And I'll obviously move Travis Jones to defensive tackle, but Deebo Samuel, do you want to sign? Did Khalil Shakir sign yet? He didn't. Ooh, should we risk it? What does Khalil Shakir want? We could get both if we really want to go aggressive. I don't know how realistic that is though. That's probably gonna be like 55 mil a year if we're going player friendly for both of them. Yeah, we probably shouldn't do that. Please, Deebo Samuel, just sign, please. He still doesn't sign. Khalil Shakir went to the Seahawks. Okay, please. He does sign, and he does sign with us. Okay, we're looking pretty good. But let's get to the draft. I don't want to show the roster yet. We'll get a big reveal after the draft, see what we're looking like. I mean, I guess you could just picture it in your head, but whatever. But all right, let's get to the draft, and we'll see what we want to do. We definitely still need a tackle and a linebacker, but if we can do that, I don't even know how bad we need a linebacker anymore. We'll see who looks good once we get there. How about that? But okay, in the draft, we have the 2nd overall pick, but I don't think we're gonna keep this pick because there is one really good tackle in this class, but he's not projected to go until 39, Jackson Jones. That almost makes me wonder if we could get away with taking him round 2. I don't know if I would want to risk that. We would probably trade down a lot, but not, I don't know. We're definitely not going to take him at number 2, but I mean, he would be worth it if we did. I just don't know how far I want to trade down. That's the only problem. I mean, we can honestly trade down probably to like 16. That still might even be overly safe, but I mean, we definitely should trade down. Also, before I, do that, there is a running back named Damian Dobbins, who's a top 5 talent, so I guess we could take him and have the Dobbins duo as our backfield. Ooh, wait, some of these running backs look really good. George Jordan, Braxton Bryant. What's with the alliteration? Well, I guess this is an alliteration, but close enough. But anyways, let's trade down. We'll trade all the way down to 16. I don't know what the Vikings are going to do with this pick, but guess what? They're going to have it. I mean, they do need a defensive end. They're a good 4-3 defensive ends, so their scheme is going to be messy, but I mean, that always happens in franchise. Teams don't have the logic to have pass rushers at outside linebacker if they're a 3-4 and then 3-4 D linemen as 3-4 D linemen. I guess they kind of have one in Omenahue, but he's also kind of a 4-3 defensive end. I guess he could do both. I don't know. Teams don't have logic in franchise. You know what? I don't know if we can trade down with the Vikings. I feel like they would have to give us too much for it to be worth it for them. Maybe we should trade down to like 12 or something. Who has pick 12? The Patriots? Sure. Surely they'll make a good pick here, as they've been known for doing recently, definitely. But all right, we're gonna do the usual, I think. We're gonna take a 2nd this year, a 1st next year, and a 2nd next year to move from 2 to 12. And I don't even think we're gonna take this pick. We might just trade down again. But at 2, the Patriots go with Quandre Ferguson, sure. But I definitely think we're gonna trade down again here. Gavin Gold, the alliteration, man, I hate it. Carl Cole. I always pick on players' names. I don't know why. But all right, I think we'll trade down. See, if a player's really good, there is a chance they'll get picked early, so I don't want to trade down that far. You know what? We might have traded down enough here. I realize we probably could trade down a lot more, but I don't really want to risk it for no reason. I mean, we've already gotten a lot of extra picks. Let's just take Jackson Jones here. Again, the alliteration. Jackson is a very offensive line name too. I don't know why. So we'll take him here. He is the 5th best player in the class. Okay, I kind of figured. Like, his ratings are really good, but I didn't think they were like 2nd or 1st best player in the class good, but number 5, that's probably like a 79, 78 overall, so we'll take it. But all right, round 2. I don't really know what I want to do here. I didn't scout any receivers for some reason. I mean, I guess we don't really need one anymore, but Marion Brockers looks pretty good. But yeah, I don't know how much we need a receiver. I mean, we need a 3rd option, but I don't know if we're going to take that yet. We do need a pass rusher, but I don't like taking pass rush. I'm looking at defensive tackles. Oops. I don't know. I don't like taking pass rushers. I feel like they're never as good as they look. We could go with a corner, though. I mean, we did let Jack Jones go. Joe McMillan looks pretty good. I don't love his awareness, though. Let me see. Who has really good speed and acceleration? Jeremiah Sutherland. Does he look good? D-man. No. All the good cover corners aren't that fast. Oh, I was looking at strength. I'm stupid. Chad Sherrod. DeAndre Derby's kind of interesting, though. Elite acceleration, great change direction, not the best speed, but A-man, B-press, B-zone. He looks like really similar to Joe McMillan, just with better acceleration. I guess slightly worse speed, but much better acceleration. Let's go with Derby here. I guess we could also wait for him. I guess we'll be 2 for 2 on reaches based on where the players are supposed to go, because he's not supposed to go until the 3rd to 4th. So I guess, is there anyone we want to take a chance on here? Frank De Carvalho, I guess. No idea if he's good, but he could be. He's probably bad, though. You know what? Sure. Again, this is probably going to be a horrible pick, but I want to take a chance. He is ranked number 21. Okay, for an edge rusher, that's like picking someone who's ranked number 11. Of course, no dev trait. Of course. But normally, I just have to, you know, take the L with drafting pass rushers and reach on them just because we need one so bad, but not in this case. He's good. I'm definitely glad I did it that way. I wish he had a dev trait, but whatever. But I guess now we can go with Derby. I mean, it's still early, but whatever. He looks really good. Probably normal dev, but rank 29, we'll take it. Does have hidden, though. Okay. I mean, we're 3 for 3 on first round talent so far. 1 top 5. We'll take it. But all right, last pick I'm going to show this year, I think. Let's either go with a receiver or a center. Oh, I don't love any of these receivers, honestly. I guess maybe Fitzsimmons, because he has elite acceleration, great change direction as a playmaker. Doesn't look great, though. How about the interior lineman? Because Andre James was kind of bad. I focus scouted Maxwell Thompson, but he's okay. Ooh, wait a minute. Parker Harris, elite strength and acceleration and agility. How about William Townsend? He looks really good too. If those are all A's, hold on. The only thing is he doesn't have the strength, so that makes me think those aren't all A's, but he is an agile type, and he even has decent power. Who do we take here? I wonder if we can get both. Not that we need both immediately, but if they're both good, why not take them? Our next pick isn't until the 4th round, though. We kind of have to pick one or the other. Okay, I'll go with Harris first because he is a year younger. No, I don't know, though. I'll go with Townsend. He looks like he has some insane ratings. Good call. Ranked number 2 in the class. I mean, he's gonna start this year. Andre James has been pretty terrible, so we might even trade Andre James away. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, I mean, we got the 2nd best player in the class. Sounds good to me. We were gonna take him even if we didn't immediately need him, but we will. But okay, here is how we did in the draft. I mean, what a class. 2 top 5 talents, all first round talents. Jackson Jones is a 79 overall as the 5th best player in the class. Unfortunately, definitely not a scheme fit, but I mean, he's good, so we'll see how he does. He might be bad as a rookie. I mean, a lot of rookie linemen in Madden are, but we'll see. But Frank De Carvalho, I gotta move him to defensive end, but I mean, 76 overall, we'll take that. Does stay as a 76 once we move him, but Derby also 76 overall. Thankfully, he has a dev trait. And then, of course, the best player we got, William Townsend, 83 overall as a rookie. Insane. Now, will he play well? I don't know. Overall means nothing for how players play for some reason, but I mean, he's already a top 5 center in the league, and he hasn't even played a snap. That's crazy. And then my last pick, this dude's literally like a bush. His name is Forrest Bramble. That's insane, but he's a decent linebacker. I don't know if he's gonna play, but he might. Forrest Bramble. All right, sure. And then the CPU made these picks. Not even horrible. Honestly, like, Whoa, okay, Damian Dobbins wouldn't have been a bad pick at, like, 12 either. He's an 85 overall, but I definitely think we made the right choice either way. But all right, we're gonna trade Andre James for a 4th-round pick. That's not a lot, but, I mean, Cardinals were pretty desperate for a center, so we'll get rid of him. He would be a backup anyways. But here's a look at the team heading into year 3. We're looking really nice. We're up to an 85 overall, and we are already getting down there in terms of real Raiders players, or I guess current Raiders players. In terms of starters, we only have Colton Miller, Jackson Powers-Johnson, Dylan Parham, and Brock Bowers, and that's it, at least on offense. But I mean, it was kind of necessary. We're up to an 87 overall on offense. Our defense isn't quite as good. Still definitely needs some more work, but this D-line should be amazing. We'll see how DeCarvalho does as a rookie, but I don't have a lot of hope, but he should be, I guess, better than Tyree Wilson was, hopefully. Max Crosby should hopefully carry, but you never know. It is Madden simulation, so he could randomly get like 5 sacks this year. We'll see. But the secondary's much improved. I'm still a little worried about the linebackers. We could start Bramble if we really wanted to. I mean, Malagoa was good last year, but didn't get a dev trait. We'll start Bramble. We'll see how he does. I mean, I think they're the same overall anyways. Yeah, they're both 74s playing with Morales, so I mean, there is definitely potential for this defense to be pretty good by the end of the year. We're starting 3 rookies, so we'll see. This season, honestly, just the biggest thing is how SHEDEUR Sanders is going to play. I mean, it is set up very well for his success, I guess. He has great weapons, a good running back, a great offensive line. Maybe his defense won't be the best, but we'll see. It should be pretty good. Actually, I want to check. Where do we rank for overall? Ooh, hold on. We're actually pretty good. The Lions are an 87. The 49ers are an 88. The Eagles are an 86. Dolphins are an 85 with us. Same with the Chiefs and the Cowboys and the Chargers. But there aren't that many teams that are higher overall than us. Only like 4, was it? Only 3 that are higher overall. The Eagles, 49ers, and Lions. So we're tied for 4th for overall. So we'll have to see how we do. I mean, there's a world by the end of this year we could be the highest overall team in the league, because I would bet that we have probably the youngest roster in the NFL. So we'll see. This should be a really good season. So let's get to the mid-season point of year 3, and we'll see what happens. Okay, we're 3-4 with a top 5 roster in the league. All right, what's the issue here? Our offense is kind of ass again. I guess our run game just sucks this year. I mean, I didn't expect that we would run a ton. The Chiefs offense in Madden is very, very pass heavy still. Okay, this is the J.K. Dobbins I was expecting last year. 3.5 yards per carry. Also, Colton Miller kind of sucks this year. Already 5 sacks allowed. I don't want to bench him though. I don't know. This might just be a GG go next. We might just give up on this. Well, not give up on this year. We still could make the playoffs, but I'm not going to bench anyone. I'm obviously not going to change the playbook again, but we might need a running back. We'll see. But for re-signings, we have to pay Max Crosby now. Michael Mayer, we're definitely not going to bring back. J.K. Dobbins, probably won't bring back. Derek Barnes, probably not. I don't know. We might just kind of reset some of the depth and I guess like lower level starters on the roster, but we definitely want Max Crosby back. We'll go 3 years, 101. He takes it. And then I think that's it for now. It looks like we are on a little win streak, I guess. That means we were 1-4 at one point with, again, a top 5 overall team in the league. I love this game. We lost to the Jets in week 1. I mean, the Chiefs I get. The Chargers I kind of get. They're good here. The Patriots too, though. I don't know. I understand 2 losses there, but we shouldn't have lost 4. We'll see. We could bounce back. Let's get to the end of the year and we'll see what happens. All right. Well, we did not bounce back. We finish 8-9 and we missed the playoffs again with a top 5 overall team in the league. Cool. Awesome. Love this game. We had one of the worst offenses, but one of the best defenses. We had the best pass game in the league though, yet still finished with the 22nd offense, at least for points per game. For yards, we were probably like 12th or something, but no, we were 4th. Okay. We just could not score for some reason. SHEDEUR Sanders was definitely much better. 4,900 yards, 38 touchdowns, but still 18 interceptions. That's a lot. At least he was good everywhere else. Nice completion percentage. Did get sacked a ton though. I bet I know who was guilty there. Surely not our highest overall lineman or anything. But actually, J.K. Dobbins kind of bounced back at least. 960 yards, 4 per carry. I still think we might want to try to upgrade there, but I don't know if we can. We'll see. But we had 3 1,000-yard receivers. Deebo Samuel with 1,500 yards and 21 touchdowns. Good lord. Brock Bowers, 1,000 yards, almost 1,100, 1,000 for Tez Johnson, and even 900 yards for Rondale Moore. I wish it was Michael Mayer, but I guess both are due for a contract anyway, so whatever. But yeah, our Colton Miller, an 88 overall, playing up to an 89, allowed 14 sacks, because this game is super realistic. Jackson Powers Johnson wasn't much better, 8 from left guard, 8 for Jackson Jones as a rookie, which I can forgive because he's a rookie. But Quincy Williams, 115 tackles, TFL's 18 for DeCarvalho as a rookie, 14 for Wilkins, 13 for Crosby, and sacks, 21.5 for Crosby. DeCarvalho with 9.5 as a rookie. Hopefully defensive rookie of the year, especially because he doesn't have a dev trait. But interceptions, 3 for Williams and Merrick, and then 1 for a couple players. But all right, yearly awards, MVP, you would never guess who it is. Big surprise. No SHEDEUR Sanders up there though, unfortunately. I thought he maybe could be. Deebo Samuel all the way down at 3 for offensive player of the year though, putting up 1,500 yards and 21 touchdowns. Okay. But Max Crosby wins another defensive player of the year. Last year, I think Dan Henley was number 2. This year, Glenn Henley for the Dolphins was number 2. That's something. Unless it was Glenn Henley both times. I don't know. Hopefully Glenn Henley isn't a rookie, or else we're not winning rookie of the year. But Quincy Williams at 9, DeCarvalho at 10. Offensive rookie of the year goes to Bob Griffin for the Bengals, sure. But defensive rookie of the year, damn it. We get number 2 for defensive rookie of the year, an unbelievable amount. I hate it. Especially defensive, it feels like. I don't know. Hopefully DeCarvalho can still get star dev because he was so good, but it's gonna be tough. Bramble at number 9. I also hoped he would do better. But all right, no playoffs, no defensive rookie of the year. At least we got defensive player of the year, but that was a rough year. We should have been better. I'm sure there was like an 80 overall team that made the playoffs, yet we couldn't add an 88 by the end of the year. But in the Super Bowl, it was Falcons versus Texans. That's a different one, I guess. The Texans do win it, 27-16. First time without a division rival of us in the Super Bowl. But all right, this is gonna be a huge offseason. We're gonna spend money again in free agency. I mean, we might as well. We're really close to being an amazing team. I mean, we already are, but in terms of performance too, we're really close to being an amazing team. Thankfully, DeCarvalho did get star dev, and Bramble has superstar. Same with Townsend, but I don't even know how to fix our issues. Just our big issue this year was Colton Miller. But what, are we gonna cut him? We're not gonna cut an 88 overall left tackle. Like, that just doesn't make sense. He just should be playing better. I don't know. I mean, again, we'll try to look for a better running back, but especially in Madden 25, I feel like no good running backs ever become available in free agency. We'll see though, but we'll pick up the 5th year for Brock Bowers. J.K. Dobbins, it's risky, but you know what? No, we'll re-sign him. Why not? He's not very expensive. I mean, he's a running back. He's only asking like $6.5 million a year. We'll go 3 years, almost 20, but he doesn't take it, even though he was apparently interested. We'll try to re-sign him in free agency, I guess, but we'll let Rondale Moore go. I know he was good, but that was just because of our offensive playbook. Derek Barnes, Tyree Wilson, I'm good. Okay, we have some money, over 70 mil. We could even get more if we restructured some deals, but oh, okay. It doesn't look like a phenomenal free agent class, but Aiden Hutchinson's available. I mean, this is a realistic rebuild. I don't know how realistic Max Crosby and Aiden Hutchinson is, but I don't know that you can really say signing a free agent is unrealistic. Now, if we were to trade for him, sure, that wouldn't be realistic, but I don't know. If he's a free agent, he's a free agent. Like, we might try to get him. We don't really need him. Our pass rush isn't an issue, but I mean, let's just go for the craziest roster of all time, I guess. I don't know. We'll also re-sign J.K. Dobbins, assuming he wants to. Apparently he doesn't, but we'll see. And I don't know. There just is not a good running back. I'm kind of tempted to trade for one because running back is so important in Madden. I say that all the time, but it is. I mean, you saw it. We had the best pass game in the league, but we finished with the 22nd scoring offense because our run game was so bad. Ooh, and you know what? I'm actually going to do something interesting here. Let's see if Walker Little would take like a team-friendly deal just because I don't trust Colton Miller. We legitimately might bench Colton Miller mid-season if he plays like he did last year again. Oh, and Trenton Simpson's here too. We're really bordering on unrealistic, but like whatever. Oh, okay. He already has big offers. I'm good. But all right. Aiden Hutchinson, J.K. Dobbins and Walker Little. Definitely a lopsided free agent class here, but I mean, this would be huge, I think. I mean, can 2 edge rushers even do well in Madden Simulation? It feels like you always get someone who produces a ton and then your other guy doesn't do a whole lot. I guess this year, De Carvalho was good too, though. I just feel like you usually end up with someone doing well and then someone underperforming. I don't know, though. We'll just see. But all right, do they want to sign? Please. Okay. No. Aiden Hutchinson goes to the Titans. I mean, that's fine. We still have 2 really good pass rushers, but that would have been fun. I feel like I've built that combo before in a rebuild, which is insane, but we should be fine either way. Damn, nobody signed with us, though. Even J.K. Dobbins didn't. Okay, we do get him. Walker Little, I don't really care. We could probably find some guy at the start of next year. But I mean, that kind of makes this not that good of an offseason. I mean, we literally just didn't add anyone. We just brought J.K. Dobbins back. Not that we really needed to sign anyone major, because we're already a really good team, but still. Also, Christian Wilkins is really regressing. Ooh, that might be worth it to release him. I mean, not that we need to, because, like, we don't really need money right now, but this year's definitely his last on the team, unfortunately. God, I feel the need to do something else, but I don't know what to do. Yeah, there just isn't anyone I really want at all. All right. Again, disappointing off season, but, like, I tried. Let's get to the draft. But okay, in the draft, we have some decent picks. No top 10 picks, unfortunately, but number 12 and number 15. Ooh, okay, Joey Griffin. Should we trade up? I focus scouted this guy. I focus scouted 3 receivers, actually. He ran a 4.34 and a 4.28, and a 4.28 was only 3rd for pro days. That's insane. Ooh, 2 of my focus scouts were really good. Philip Amos or whatever. He's really good, but should we trade up? Let's see. I don't want to trade up too far, but if he's still available at like 5, I might take him. Nope, he went at 4. Okay. I mean, that might have been a little too far to trade up. I guess. That's fine, though. Let's just get to pick 12. And let's see, what should we do? We don't really have anyone amazing focus scouted. What was even my focus position? Oh, yeah, it was outside linebacker. Of course, they all suck, at least for the pass rushers, but this guy's good. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I don't really want anyone here all that bad. I guess we should have traded up to number 4, but to be fair, I didn't know he was going to go that early. What if we trade for a player here? Because I don't think we're going to get many upgrades through the draft anymore. I mean, we could, but it's going to be a lot harder. Let's see. All right, well, I want to trade for Fred Warner. The 49ers can't afford it. I already put in 2 players to try to put them over the cap. It says they have $9 million cap, but apparently not. The problem with trading for players is every team is so broke at this point because they just don't know how to manage the cap because the game sucks. If you couldn't tell, I love this game. I love Madden, and I love my decision to play this game. Let me see. I also wanted Roquan Smith, but they, of course, can't afford to trade him. How about Edgerrin Cooper? They also can't afford to trade him. All right. Cool. Do I want to give up a first for Nick Bolton? I don't know. Maybe our later of our 2 firsts, they can't even afford it. All right, we're not trading for a linebacker because we might not be trading for a player at all because no teams can afford to trade their players for a first-round pick at least. I might just trade this pick down, honestly, for a ton of draft picks. All right, this feels like kind of a weird trade for us. This almost feels like a trade that isn't good for either team. I don't know why, but we're getting a second this year, a second next year, a third this year, and a third next year for the 12th overall pick. I don't know why that just no firsts for us, and then that's a lot of picks to give up for the Seahawks. I don't know. This is a weird trade, but whatever. They spend it on a defensive end that's probably a 4-3 defensive end, even though they're a 3-4. That's my super bold prediction there. Definitely doesn't just happen all the time. But you know what? I might go with a corner here. Jimmy Smith looks insane. He has great strength, great speed, great agility, elite jumping, elite change of direction, elite acceleration, A man, A press, B zone, A to C awareness, and C player X, which is basically an A. Yeah, sure. Best player in the class, obviously. That might be the most blatantly obvious best player in the class I've ever seen. Thankfully, he does have a dev trait. Sounds good to me. But all right, let's see. Is there like a super good running back we could take? Not really. I mean, there are good ones, but no crazy good ones. There is the receiver. Let's go with Philip Amos. Ranked 18, got him at 33. Does surprisingly have hidden dev. We'll take it. I mean, Rondale Moore got 900 yards as our number 3 last year. We'll see how he does. And then with our our second of 3 second-round picks. There's a top 5 talent QB still available. It's, well, not top 5 talent, but honestly, he looks pretty good. Let's see, we might go with that one linebacker who was good. He's not supposed to go for a long time, though. I don't know, we gotta do something here. I don't want to have to trade down again. Let's go with Terrence Sheldon. I guess he can be a future starter for us at defensive tackle. He does look pretty good. Again, defensive ends and pass rushers are always kind of like deceiving. They're never as good as they look, but once we move him to defensive tackle, he'll probably go up in overall a little bit, so he looks pretty good. Ooh, okay, ranked 83, not great. And normal dev. All right, my fault. Whatever. Ooh, this tight end Tony Gardner, he is not the best route running. Chauncey James looks pretty good. I'll try to remember to take him later. But all right, I'll just go with that one linebacker. I mean, why not? Sean Whitmore, we know he's good. Ranked 21, got him at 47. Probably normal dev. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we got the best player in the class, so good draft. But okay, here's how we did in the draft. Obviously, you know, pretty good getting an 84 overall corner. 94 speed, 86 man, 94 excel. Sounds good to me. He'll be, I guess, our number 2 corner this year. And then Philip Amos, he'll be our number 3 receiver. He's good. You know, I didn't think we would be able to get many starters here, but we at least got a couple. And then Terrence Sheldon is kind of bad, but what's his overall at defensive tackle? Is he at least a 75? I mean, he's only 285, so I don't know. He is a 75. Okay, cool. And then Whitmore's pretty good. Also took this Daniel Owens guy. He doesn't have a dev tray. Honestly thought he did, but pretty good backup safety. We did get Chauncey James. He's decent. We got a lot of good players, but I just don't know how many of these guys are gonna impact the team other than the first 2. But either way, we really did what we could. So let's get into year 4, probably the second to last year. And I mean, we should be really good this year. Keyword should be. I don't know if we will be, but we should be. But okay, heading in to year number 4, here's how we're looking. We're up to an 88 overall, which I'll check where that ranks in a second, but it should be like, I would guess, a top 3 team in terms of overall. There just really aren't a lot of issues with the roster anymore. The only thing is, like, we only have one great receiver. Where does Tez Johnson rank? Number 66. Like, that's not great for a number 2, but it should be fine. He's still young, same with Amos, so we'll see what happens. But the defense is an 87 overall, really good. I don't know what we're gonna do with our corners. We kind of have too many. I guess we could start Derby instead of Hobbs, but yeah, he's a decent slot corner, 79. That'll work because he's a lot younger, so that should be fine. But our D-line is looking really good. Should be even better if we got Aiden Hutchinson, but I'm fine with it how it is. I don't know if it's gonna play as well as it did last year, but we'll see. And then our linebackers are pretty good. But like I said, let's see where this team ranks for overall. Do we have the highest overall team yet, which is our major goal? We obviously want to win a Super Bowl. That's the most important thing. It's just, it's super hard to do in simulation, even if you have the highest overall team. But speaking of that, we do have the highest overall team now. The Texans are an 87. The Seahawks are actually an 87, which, you know, as a Seahawks fan, I'll definitely take that. The Chiefs are an 87. But yeah, we're the highest overall team. And it honestly didn't even take that long because we still have a ton of young players. So, I mean, we could be the highest overall team by a lot by the end of the year. We'll have to see, though. So let's get to the midseason point of year 4, and we will see how we're doing. We better be good. That's all I'm going to say. If we're not, then I don't even know what I'll do. Okay, well, that's worse than I even imagined. We are 1-5. I think the Raiders are just a cursed franchise. Do we want to try a new offensive playbook? Because we have the second worst offense in the league, again, as the highest overall team in the league. You know what? It's kind of weird to trade for a player when you're 1-5. Usually you want to trade away your players because you have no hope. But what if we trade for a running back? It seems like that's just our big issue. Not that we even run the ball much anyways, but it's clearly keeping us out of the end zone. But which running back would we want to trade for? That's the only thing. Josh Jacobs, bring him back. That would be kind of fun. Don't know how realistic that would be, but oh yeah, running backs are insanely expensive in this game. Why? Okay, this is a super weird trade. Like, super weird. We're gonna be giving our first round pick. This is basically gambling in Madden franchise, like completely. But you know what they say, every gambler quits right before they hit it big. Definitely. So we are gonna be sending the 6th overall pick. This is more so gambling for the Colts. We could massively screw the Colts over here. You would not do this trade in real life. Like, this is not a realistic trade. I don't know if anything like this has ever happened because we're 1-5 right now. We're projected to have the 6th overall pick, and the Colts are projected to have pick 20, but by stealing Jonathan Taylor, one of the best running backs in Madden, with running back being like debatably the most important position in Madden, we might have just absolutely scammed the Colts in a really weird trade. Now, will we make the playoffs? We deserve to, but I don't know. But we might as well try. Like, what do we have to lose at this point? But we'll see what happens. I'll have to reorder the depth chart and everything. I mean, we're coming off a game where we put up 9 points against the Vikings. I love this game. I don't know how many different ways I can say it. Nothing wrong with Madden. It's a perfect game. But we'll re-sign Jackson Powers-Johnson. We'll re-sign Travis Jones. Surprisingly, players are interested. I probably wouldn't be. I mean, they weren't interested when we went 8-9 and we're improving, but now they're interested that we're 1-5. Like, I don't get it. Quincy Williams will probably let go. He's 31. He'll probably regress down to like a 78 or something. But all right, let's get to the end of the year. If we don't make the playoffs this year, which it's going to be hard to at this point, but if we don't make them, fire EA into the sun. Like, get them out of here. All right, we finish 8-9. I love this game. What happened? We had the 24th offense for points per game. We had a good passing offense, but still a horrible rushing offense. All right, we're not going to use the Chiefs playbook anymore. I've been saying this, sometimes it is still good, but it definitely isn't as good as it used to be in Madden 24, at least for me. But SHEDEUR Sanders, 4,250 yards, 34 touchdowns, 11 picks. He definitely hasn't been the problem. He's been really good. Honestly, I'm surprised he hasn't developed more. I mean, I guess he is an 88 now, but he's only the 20th ranked QB, or 19th at an 88. That's crazy. But Jonathan Taylor, 1,250 yards, 4.9 per carry, 13 touchdowns. Like, he did super well. Debo and Brock Bowers both had over 1,000 yards. Philip Amos as a rookie was pretty good. The blocking was okay. Jackson Powers-Johnson hasn't been great, but Forrest Bramble, 106 tackles, TFLs 18 for Crosby, and sacks 20.5 for Crosby and 13 for De Carvalho. Our defense has been amazing, by the way. This is like, God, I'm going to jinx it and it's going to be horrible, but this is like the most consistent defense I think I have ever had in a rebuild in simulation. Most of the time, especially on defense, it'll like switch from the best in the league one year to the worst next year, like literally, for no reason either. But it's been one of the best defenses every year here. But you never guess who won MVP. I just further proving my point that simulation works against you. Mahomes has won every MVP here, which I guess does happen a lot in simulation, but still. Wow, this game hates me. Aiden Hutchinson won Defensive Player of the Year over Max Crosby. Frank De Carvalho at number 5. This is tough. This has been really bad. But like, what can I do? And of course, Philip Amos, number 2 for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Jimmy Smith, number 2 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. What is happening? This might be the worst season I have ever had in simulation. We get second for both Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year. Our division rival wins MVP. The player that we should have been able to sign not only wins Defensive Player of the Year, but beats out our player. And we go 8-9 with the best roster in the league. And 8-9 is like the worst record you can have because you're not going to have that good of a pick, and you obviously don't make the playoffs. I mean, I guess you can at 8-9, but still. What a season. All right, let's try to make this final season a good one. If it isn't, then I'm gonna uninstall Madden from my PC. I don't know. Maybe I should do that anyways and get a real job. I don't know. But the Texans win back-to-back Super Bowls here. Interesting. Also, Clay Rhodes is a crazy name. What's with the names that are like actual objects, or I guess, I don't know, parts of nature? Clay Rhodes. I guess a road isn't natural, but I mean, kinda. Forrest Bramble. Like, what's happening? Are we gonna have like a running back named Porcelain Kettle in the draft or something? I don't know. But SHEDEUR Sanders will obviously pick up the 5th year. Not that that matters, because this is the last year anyways, but we're gonna let Christian Wilkins go. We're gonna let all these guys go. And what offensive playbook do we want to roll with for this final year? I think I know the one. I don't know why I went to player stats, but ooh, the Eagles had a really good offense. But I like the Bengals offense. Either Bengals or Bills. How was the Bills offense this year? I didn't see it up here. Oh, it's right there. I mean, it's close. Bengals had the 3rd most offensive yards though. So I think we'll go with that for the final year. Maybe we got cursed because I did use the Chiefs offense in a Raiders rebuild. Maybe that's my fault. I don't know. But we'll see how the Bengals offense does. It better be good. But for the last time, who do we want to re-sign? Wait, I already looked at this. I'm stupid. Let's get into free agency. Ooh, okay. There's some interesting players here. I mean, we might as well just spend every dime we have, as we usually do in the final year of rebuilds, but let's just restructure every single deal we can, and we'll see how much money we end up with. We might have an insane amount though, because we've signed free agents, but like, we still aren't paying that many players. We have a lot of starters on rookie deals, so we might have a crazy amount of money here. Okay, we have 112 mil to work with as already the highest overall team in the league, and I see at least a few players I want for sure. I don't know if we can get Jeffrey Simmons. He already has a few offers, but I really do want him. We're not gonna get him. I don't know if have we gotten one player to accept a deal when we're like tied as the best offer in this entire rebuild? I don't think we have. I mean, maybe, but it hasn't felt like it. But all right, these are the players we are gonna go for in free agency. The biggest ones being Jeffrey Simmons, Cooper DeJean, and Xavier McKinney. All defensive upgrades here, which I guess is weird because we need offensive players, but I mean, like, there isn't an upgrade at running back. There isn't an upgrade at receiver unless we want to bring Devontae Adams back. Like, there just isn't an upgrade here. There's nothing to really fix on paper. I mean, even statistically, our whole offense was good. Like, I don't know. So we're going for all defense when we don't really even need defense, but I gotta do something. But yeah, we'll go for a couple linebackers too. We'll see who signs. The big one I want is Simmons, of course. Why did I say that? What's wrong with me? He goes to the Commanders. All right, well, I think we're gonna need to trade for a defensive tackle. Jordan Davis signed. He was my backup option, but he already signed. All right, we're going to trade for a defensive tackle, but Junior Colson. Free agents just hate us here. I don't know. I went very player-friendly for Simmons, by the way. But all right, let's trade for a defensive tackle. Okay, this is an insane trade, but we are going to be trading a first and a second for Dexter Lawrence. Now, they wouldn't trade him in real life currently, and they definitely shouldn't. He's like maybe the best defensive player in the league currently. I mean, there's at least a debate, but here he's older. He's, you know, probably on a bad team. I mean, it's the Giants, but I mean, it is also Madden, so they're probably good because this game hates realism, but we'll give him a first and a second. I feel like that's fair. And now, I mean, this team is a 92 overall across the board. 92 offense, 92 defense, 92 overall. Oh, and I didn't even look at the dev traits, but Jimmy Smith has X Factor. Didn't gain it or anything. He just already had it. I mean, we are good. We should be good, and we are good. Which, by the way, as I would assume easily the highest overall team in the league at this point, we still haven't made the playoffs, have we? I love this game, again. Let's see, we are the highest overall team by, I guess only 2 overall at this point, but that's still the best roster in the league by 2 overall. And we went 8-9 last year. I hate complaining so much, but like, come on, what can I do? But all right, let's get into our final draft. No first round pick, but like, that's fine. Not a lot we could do with it anyways, but we'll see if there's anything we can do. But we don't have a first round pick. The Colts had ours, and then we obviously traded ours to the Giants, or I guess theirs to the Giants. But let's see, I focus scouted some receivers, not that we need one, but I mean, again, what do we really need? Is there like anything we could upgrade if we got super lucky? Maybe a guard, like maybe someone over Dylan Parham, but for performance, of course, Dylan Parham being our lowest overall lineman has played easily the best because Madden. But yeah, other than that, like, I guess a linebacker, but that would be tough to find that good a one. We also do have Junior Colson. I forgot we signed him literally like 2 minutes ago. So yeah, I don't know. Is there a really good center like there was a couple years ago? Maybe. Will Williams. He does look pretty good. Really good pass blocker and even a solid run blocker, which is usually what you want to look for. The guards look pretty good. Kevin Fullerton. We'll try Will Williams. He looks good. Ranked number 12. We'll take it. I don't know if we'll start him because, again, Dylan Parham's been good, but we'll see. He'll at least be good depth for when one of our linemen inevitably underperform for no reason. But Eddie Schaefer, first round talent, ranked 14. Sounds good. Don't know what we're gonna do with him, but he's good. But all right, let's see how we did. But okay, in the draft, our final draft of the rebuild, no matter what happens, even if we go like 0-17, this is the final draft. And we did pretty well. Will Williams, 77 overall. I don't even know if this is worth recapping because like none of these guys are gonna play, but I mean, we did well. Couple first round talents. I drafted David McMillan. He's pretty good too. Not that I don't even know if he's gonna make the team. Well, probably. He's decent. But I mean, this roster's just so strong that like the draft doesn't really do anything for us anymore. Yet we still haven't made the playoffs. This might be the worst rebuild I've ever done in terms of simulation. So I don't know. I'm trying here though. But let's get into the final year and we will see how the team's looking. But okay, we are a 91 overall now. We somehow went down, but that's fine. Heading into the final year. I mean, this team is insane. Really, the only major not even major, but like the only position group that isn't the best is this receiving core. Like in 87, 83, and 81 in real life, that would be pretty good, but here that's not the best. Because Deebo Samuel's ranked 26, which is okay for a number one. Not great, though. Tez Johnson is ranked 55. I mean, that's a little better than he was, but still not great. And then Amos is ranked number 69. Nice, but also not that nice. I mean, that's fine for a number 3. So that's the only issue with our offense, but everything else, I mean, it's a 92 overall offense. It's pretty good, believe it or not. And then the defense is also, it honestly on paper looks even better than our offense. I mean, like Dexter Lawrence, Max Crosby, really, really good secondary. Just the linebackers aren't the best, but I don't know, Bramble's ranked number 12. That isn't bad at all for middle linebackers at least. So like this should be the best team in the league. We should be like 14-3 or something. So let's get to the end of the year and we will see how we do. But again, we should be good. But okay, here we are at the end of year number 5. And before I show how we did in the final year, if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, all that good stuff. Again, sounds stupid, but it really does help out the channel. I would appreciate it. And if you've enjoyed this video so far, I mean, this is what all my videos are like. So again, be sure to subscribe. And let me know what team I should do a 10-year rebuild of down in the comments if you haven't already. But anyways, we are now up to a 93 overall. This team is insane. This was the Raiders a couple years ago, or I guess a few years ago. Still is the Raiders, but again, we don't have many of them left, especially on defense. And in the final year of this rebuild, we finished 13-4 and we made the playoffs. Again, it's hard to see on the like white background. I don't like gray and white. I don't know why that's something you put white text on top of with no outline or shadow or anything, but sure, whatever. But SHEDEUR Sanders was amazing this year. Almost 4,600 yards, 47 touchdowns, 12 picks. Very good season. Jonathan Taylor, 1,200 yards, 4.8 per carry, 8 touchdowns, 5 fumbles though. Also, we haven't had like any rushing touchdowns throughout the rebuild. Like, I think the most we have had in a season from one player is 8, which is pretty good, but not crazy. But what is crazy is Deebo Samuel once again had 1,500 yards and 21 touchdowns. Very similar to, I guess, his first year here, I think it was. Yeah, but even slightly better. But Amos had over 1,000 yards and Tez Johnson. Unfortunately, Brock Bowers didn't get used that much, but whatever. Definitely not going to worry about that now because we actually had a good offense for the first time. But Colton Miller did super well. Jackson Powers Johnson wasn't that good though. I mean, we did draft a center. Should we start him over Jackson Powers Johnson? I mean, he is the 3rd best left guard, but he isn't playing like it really. He's allowing like 8 sacks a year for the last 3 years. We'll see. But Bramble, 115 tackles, 104 for Colson, 13 TFLs for Day Carvalho, 11 for Crosby, and sacks, 22 for Max Crosby, 12 for Dexter Lawrence, and interceptions, 2 for Colson, Ward, Smith, and Moore, and then 1 for a few players. This D-line is insane. But MVP, thankfully not Patrick Mahomes. It goes to Josh Allen, but Sanders doesn't win it. I mean, the things you gotta do to win MVP in Madden is insane. Also, that's interesting. Drew Aller is the Buccaneers quarterback. Okay. But Deebo Samuel does win Offensive Player of the Year this year. That's huge. Sanders at 9. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby. And then, wait, Will Williams at 6 for Offensive Rookie of the Year? Linemen can make this? Really? I genuinely didn't know that. Wait, how though? He didn't even play. He played 14 snaps. Or wait, that's a different face, isn't it? What? Do we have 2 Will Williams? What? We do. Wait, what? I genuinely didn't even notice. Who is this? Oh yeah, I saw the CPU drafted a tight end named Williams. I was like, that's funny. Because we had 2 Williams, and then we had 3 players that were like, it was McKee, or no, not McKee, but that's another one. It was McMillan, McMahon, and then there was a 3rd one. We might have cut him. I don't know. So we had 2 Will Williams in the draft. I didn't even notice that. I was gonna say, how did a lineman make it? That's interesting. But thankfully, we finally did as well as we should. And just out of curiosity for the last time, where do we rank, or how much are we the best overall team by? The Chiefs are a 90, but of course we're a 93, so we're the highest overall team by 3 overall. And other than the Chiefs, there isn't really anyone close to the Chiefs. The Bucks are an 88, but like, I don't think there are any 89s, so we're like 4 overall better than than the next team after the Chiefs, or 5. So yeah, we've built a pretty good team here. But we'll see if we can win a single playoff game in this rebuild. We easily deserve it, obviously, but definitely doesn't always work that way in Madden. We are 8 overall better than the Browns here. We should absolutely wipe the floor with this poor, unsuspecting team. They had the best defense in the league, despite ours being 6 overall better, but they had the second worst offense in the league for points per game at least, which, yeah, that's not a great offense. We have a 9 overall better offense. That's what I'm trying to say. If we lose to the Browns, that would honestly be fitting. I almost hope we do. I mean, I don't actually, but it's just been one of those challenges today. Okay, we do beat them, thankfully. We beat them pretty bad, 24-7, thankfully. How did the Browns even make the playoffs to begin with? Isn't 85 like the lowest here? I mean, yeah, it legitimately is. Now it says they're an 86, but whatever. So thankfully we do finally get our first playoff win of the rebuild. But we're going to be facing the Bengals in the conference championship. It would be fun to end this rebuild on a Super Bowl win, but of course we're at home. We have the better record, 5 overall better team than the Bengals. Can we beat them and move on to a Super Bowl to finish this out? We do. Okay, that scared me. It shows the Bengals score as black, so it made me think they won, and I can barely see our 44 points, but no, we did beat them, thankfully. And we are gonna be facing the 49ers in the Super Bowl. People would die at that game. I hope that doesn't actually happen. In real life, at least. Oh yeah, and this is gonna be kind of a rematch game for Deebo Samuel. That's cool. Or not rematch, but revenge game, I guess. But let's see. SHEDEUR Sanders finally got Superstar Dev. That's cool. And I think that was it, but we'll still take it. Oh yeah, I guess it's also a revenge game for Charvarius Ward. Any other 49ers here? I don't think so, but still 2 of them. But all right, we'll jump in and watch this simulate. But we are a 4 overall better team than the 49ers. We should win this, but we'll see what happens. But we score immediately. Did we return the opening kick? I don't know, but they tie us at 7. In the second quarter, they take the lead, but we take it right back, 14-10. They are going to take the lead later in the second quarter, but we take it back again. We're up 21-7, but we need a little more offense here. Both offenses have completely slowed down. They kick a field goal, and it looked like we got into the red zone and didn't score, but it does not matter. We win the Super Bowl in the final year of this rebuild. Couldn't script it any better than that. And drafting SHEDEUR Sanders has definitely paid off. There's the GOAT, Mikey McDingle. But what a way to end this rebuild.